Welcome, Dungeon Masters. Today, we're doing a little bit late review of Vecna, Eve of Ruin, the recently released Wizards of the Coast latest adventure. It does go from levels 10 to level 20. This is chapter 2. It's called Web's Edge. But let's backtrack just a bit. So, from chapter 1, which I'll link below, our party had gone into a tomb and crossed over into a place called Evernight. This is a doppelganger version of Neverwinter. It's populated by undead, and after some adventures, uh, they did defeat or discover the secrets of the Dolendar family and found a way back to Neverwinter. But as soon as they crossed into Evernight and encountered some of the inhabitants here, it's a necromancer, a vampire, various other undead as well. They established a link with Vecna, the Lich himself. And this isn't something that Vecna is aware of, but the party does have a link with him. And they may have visions. You can go as far with this as you'd like to, given the sessions, but do establish that link with Vecna. The party then will return to Neverwinter. And again, I added these maps in here. It's a large topographical map, just to give the players a sense of geography. This is a nice map of Neverwinter. This is the graveyard where they came from. I placed Neverember's estate here. Could be anywhere, of course. Huge city. A lot of opportunities for players to explore if you wanted to. The maps are not included in the module. And then I had them meet up at Neverember's Manor to collect a reward for rescuing the nobles. And that reward is 9,000 gold pieces. If they catch everybody back alive and in good mental and physical health, um, they can come in. There's various nobles, family members around, and Neverember congratulates the party and hands over the coin. And at this juncture, this is up to you, DMs. The party can take a few days off. They can take a few weeks off, even a few months if you want to run something else or create something on your own, and do some downtime. I would definitely let them go shopping. They're probably a little bit antsy. They do have some coin in their pocket, so replenish some healing potions at least. But this is where things start to get a bit choppy with the module. So, uh, as the characters are doing their various tasks, there are some suggestions. They could be on an adventure. They could be looking for a fighting a dragon, for instance. In the middle of this, however, one day, the same time, each of the characters is transported with a flash of multicolored light. The world winks out of existence. Nothingness envelops your senses. Through you, though you feel the thrum of magic rushing through you like an electric spark through your veins. When you regain focus, you stand in a plush, candlelit parlor. A stately woman leans toward you, her brow furrowed in confusion. In the blurry background stands a frowning woman and a man tugging at his beard in confusion. So, this is where the players need to buy in. The party has already been transported from one portal to Evernight. Now they're being transported to another place, and that place is in Sigil. But you could make this wherever you wanted it. It's a illustrial silver hand. The mage has constructed this palace, this floating palace, and she's a very famous mage. The characters will enter into this portal here. by the way. This is a very nice map. Comparing and contrasting with the Dyson Logos maps, which are um, functional but very limited, this is a very detailed map, and it's very colorful and nice. My only complaint is I wish they had some more bedrooms for each of the players, and also maybe a little bit more going on in here. But let's catch up where we're at. So the party has been transported, and they see Illustrial, and she's gazing at them with confusion. What are you doing here? And in the back, they see a woman who is, this is Tasha. She's drinking brandy and looks disgusted. This gentleman is Mordenkainen himself, and he's also looking confused and disgusted. Um, the party, it's kind of a nice moment though, if, again, we have the buy-in that the party's going along for the adventure. If they start questioning things too much, frankly, the adventure is going to break. So this is very much on rails. Um, the party may be answering themselves with confusion. What are they doing here? Where did they get plucked from? Neverwinter and Illustrial will explain that they were attempting to cast a wish spell, a very advanced wish spell, and they were looking for a. I had them played up as they were looking for a weapon to defeat the Lich Vecna, and the parties appeared. Now, why would the party appear versus, say, higher level adventurers? So the hook in here is that establishing that link to Vecna is what summoned them instead of um, what they wanted. The party may also determine that maybe they are the weapon, and so they'll be at level 11 now. Start at level 10 in chapter 1, um, and I had Tasha and Mordenkainen just drinking brandy and listening. Um, they're all exhausted. All of the mages are exhausted. Illustrial's slumped over, sweating, and she does recover herself. And they all look very disappointed and grim and weak. Um, Mordenkainen, though, he says, well, perhaps there's another solution to our problem. And he says he had an alternate plan to find a rod of 7 parts that he thinks could defeat Vecna, and that's the seed of the adventurer. So, as presented, the party can have some downtime, take a look around. I populated this with some NPCs just to give the area a bit of visual interest. Various planar travelers, scholars, people of power, and so this is the first floor. The second floor is up top. People who are uninvolved in the adventure, but maybe could answer some questions, sell them some goods, offer employment even. So the party actually, as it's written, will be spending most of their time here in between adventures. So there's opportunity though to expand out and put them in a city for an extended location, but that's not till later. Um, anyway, this is a really nice map, and so the Wizards 3 have finally come to terms that all they have are these lowly tavern brawlers to go out and seek the rod pieces. But they are determined to take that chance, the only chance. So the party will be informed that they have found one of the rod pieces' location. It's in a place called Webb's Edge. And Webb's Edge is it's on Faerun. It's in the Underdark. And there is a cult of Drow, not Drow necessarily, Lolth cultists who are there. And somewhere inside this compound, there is a rod piece. So with that, they will step through the portal and be transferred to Webb's Edge. As you can see again, organization is good in Roll20, but there's only 2 maps. Sanctum, which is very nice, Webb's Edge. So you could introduce some other maps if you'd like. I didn't really find that necessary here. And in fact, I just used from the module a handout indicating that it arrived. This foreboding place, these double doors are here, and that's where a party would enter in down here. So at this juncture, the party is going to go one of two ways. They're either going north or they're going south. And so my party went north. There's also a area straight ahead they can go to. Um, we did have a rogue with us, so opening the locks and pressing forward was fairly easy. Down south, there are some prisoners. There's a little bit of intrigue down here, but not tremendous amount. There's a Cyclops, has a +2 Great Club. People can give you information about the cult and what they're doing. They're really just doing missions for Lolth. So my party went up north, skipped the south. And once they entered in, they're going to come upon this deep gnome who is doing a ritual, performing a ritual. The deep gnome does not have many hit points, if any, 40 hit points. So very likely before they even go, the deep gnome is going to be um, killed. So the deep gnome is concentrating on this pentagram, and inside the pentagram is a Glabrizu, a demon. I would definitely recommend you have the demon show up, even if the deep gnome's killed. And with that, we start to encounter some problems. At level 11, this creature, too, is not going to last very long. So all along the way, I would definitely be thinking about bumping up hit points. So probably max hit points here would put it at 225. So that would be something you could definitely do. Adding in other creatures is another option. So 225 max here. And they'll be fighting this creature, but this section actually is okay because up top there's a gathering of the cultists, and there's a group of them, some magic users and an assassin. There's a demon named Famitha. And this group, while the party is engaged with the Glabrazu, even briefly, this group can come down and cause quite a bit of chaos. So your party's going to get a pretty good challenge here, um, as written. And from here, they can come back down. There's a door here. There's these 4 lizards, which I did not use. They're just giant lizards. There's these oddities exist in all of the modules, but um, I guess they're being fed to the dragon, the spider dragon. But as far as the party encountering them, I don't know. Mine just didn't go this way. Mine found the secret door up top. So this opens up, and inside it's a huge cavern, webs everywhere, all fitting with the worship of Lolth. And the Shadow Dragon is a very nice token, very nice artwork. But he also suffers. He has a 17 AC. I would definitely max him out, at least put him at 210. And doesn't have a whole lot going on. The damage is not that severe. It's okay, I guess, if they fail it, but chances are if you have rogues in the party, things like that, or paladin even with an aura, a lot of the stuff's going to get reduced. So, uh, yeah, definitely beef him up. And as written, he has a demon with him. This is a Yaklal, and I added in a couple of spiders as well. So a phase spider and a sword spider. If I had to do it again, I probably would add in a couple more spiders, to be honest with you. My party came through the secret door up here and were able to really use this as a funnel for the creatures coming through. And These creatures did not last long, even though I added two, the face spider and the sword spider. Wasn't much challenge there. So with that, the rod piece, the first rod piece, is in the web, and they won't have much problem discovering it and finding it. And it's actually on the map. Speaking of the map, so we just came from Sanctum, and how colorful and detailed that was. This is, again, less so. Aesthetically, I want something a little bit more, and I know Heroic Maps and others have done yeoman's work in making maps for these modules, this adventure, but the problem is the adventure costs money already, and I don't want to spend an additional $60 for a full map set, um, replacing these maps that should be here already. Um, and the party has a rod piece now, though. So this part is done. It's a fairly short section, and that's actually kind of a relief after the very long uh, first section. And they can come back out through with the rod piece, which my party did. They never even went south. This is things they can't explore. Some of it looks like it might have been fun, but not much of a challenge again. Um, I would the advantage of this though section is you could definitely use this, drag and drop this into any campaign. It really is not location specific, although it says Faerun. And also the challenges themselves outside of the rod piece, which you don't have to include. You could just drop this in as a good challenge for a level 9 party. And our party, though, is a level 11, so definitely watch your hit points here. And maybe think about bringing in some more creatures to help them out, depending on the strength of your party now. If you've got brand new players, this is probably okay as written. Particularly this top set piece is pretty nice with all of these creatures and a couple spellcasters, the demon. In addition to them fighting the Glabrizu, this can cause them a little bit of heat. It's kind of a nice setting. But with that, they'll go back through the portal now. And they will be back at Sanctum. Coming back out of the portal. And the wizards, did you find the rod piece? And party can either say yes or no. Probably yes. Um, and the Mordenkainen and Tasha are both still scornful, but now a little bit hopeful too. The party looks to be a capable group. Illustriel is warming to the party, and she says, "Oh, um, rest yourselves." And at this point, Illustriel's wife, what is her name? Milena Fantastive. She offers to gather up any magic items the party may wish, which you maybe if you have some lists or they have a wish list that you're allowing. I wouldn't give them too much at this juncture, and they will be at level 12 heading into our chapter 3. So this section covers quite a bit, and so you're going from Neverwinter, taking a breather downtime, and you're going to Sanctum, and then onto Web's Edge, and back to Sanctum. So now they can take a breather in Sanctum, explore. There's a library over here if they'd like, various tables. And again, I added some individuals they could interact with. If you wanted NPCs, that's fine. They want to just relax in their rooms, they can while they have the rod piece. And I think that'll about do it. Let's see. Anything else? No. Yeah, with that, let's call this one over, and I will see you soon with chapter 3. Thank you for watching.